What's the point of having really good music if there's no one who listens to your music, who loves your music, and who shares it with their friends? There really isn't a point. So let's talk about today how you can get yourself a massive fan base who's obsessed with you and your music.
You know that we coming liars. I'ma keep praying to God. Tell those little niggas stop it. Tell my mama that I got this. You know that we coming liars.
What's going on? It's Pimp Fried Rice. Welcome to the Music in the Millions podcast, the show where we give independent rappers the tools and resources needed to be successful without waiting on a record label. Like I said in the intro, guys, today I want to talk to you guys about 5 ways that you can build a massive fan base that is obsessed with you, obsessed with your music, and can't wait for your next single, project, tour, merchandise, whatever it is that you release. But before I get into that, don't forget, guys, if you want a chance to be shouted out on the channel on Friday's video, all you gotta do is share this video or any of my videos to your Instagram, your story, your feed, and make sure you tag me in it. That way I can see it and you have a chance to be shouted out on Friday's video. Alright, with that being said, the first thing that you need to do is, first off, you need to find out who your ideal fan is and where they are. So your ideal fan is basically the ideal person that you want listening to your music and checking out your content. And you basically just need to figure out who this person is, and you need to be as specific as possible with the details. You need to think about where they grew up, what their name is, how old are they a guy or a girl, where did they go to school, was it public or private school? What are they afraid of? What things do they love? What stuff makes them laugh? What do they believe in? What don't they believe in? All of these details are super important when you're figuring out your ideal fan, because the more details you have, the more realistic of a person you actually come to mind when you think of this person. Like, I even gave my ideal fan a name. His name is Kevin. He's 22 years old. He grew up in Philadelphia. He has 4 siblings. He had a cat and a dog growing up. He grew up in a suburban home. Like, there's so many more details about him that I could tell you guys, but I physically made this fictional character. So now, whenever I'm making music or whenever I'm posting content, I ask myself, would Kevin like this content? Would my ideal fan like what I'm about to post? If the answer is yes, I post it because I know that the people that I want to attract are going to like that type of content. But if I'm like, nah, Kevin's not really gonna like this isn't down his alley, I'm not gonna post it, because I'm not gonna post content that is not specifically for my ideal fan. And once you find out who your ideal fan is, you need to find out where they're at. So you need to, if you know that Kevin or whoever your ideal fan is loves skateboarding, and he loves anime, and he loves, goofing off and stuff like that, where would these places be? So you would check skateboard places. So that would be any Instagram accounts that have like skateboard videos. That would be TikToks that have skateboard videos, YouTube channels. That would be, any websites where skaters hang out. That would be any anime forums I could find. That would be, any anime, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube accounts. What you want to do is you then want to find out where your ideal fan is hanging out and then go there. Show up, be a part of the conversation. Because if you don't show up where your ideal fan is, they're never going to know you exist. So you need to take yourself and put yourself in their environment. That's how you get on their radar and you get their attention. So first you got to figure out who your ideal fan is, as much detail as possible so you know who you're trying to attract. Then you just need to find out where is that person hanging out and then go there. And now once you know where they're at and then you go to that place, now step number 2 is you have to be the life of the party. And what I mean by be the life of the party is when you go to these places, like the Facebook groups that they're in, or the Instagram accounts, or the Reddits, the subreddits and stuff like that. You need to be the life of the party. And what that means is, don't just jump in these people's comments like, yo, check out my music. Bro, check out my music. My music is dope. My music is dope. That is not how you attract these fans. That's not how you build a fan base. That's called spamming, and it's annoying, and people will block your account. People will not pay you any mind. They'll probably actually delete or block you. By being the life of the party, I mean that whenever these people are posting something that interests you, it doesn't even have to be about music. It just has to interest you and what you think your ideal fan would be interested in. Respond to those comments. So maybe they're talking about an anime show that you really like, and you know a lot about this show. So then you're like, let me hop in the discussions. Maybe they're talking about a character that you really like, and they're shit talking him, and they're like, oh man, he's super weak. Goku could beat him, all the typical Dragon Ball Z shit. Goku could beat everybody. But then you hop in the comments like, nah, bro, listen, if Goku went up against Aizen from Bleach, I already know Aizen would use his Bankai and then he would absolutely kill Goku. And like by you hopping in these conversations and you giving your opinion, people are not gonna be like, who's this guy that's like commenting on my stuff? And if they value your opinion or if they like what you say or if you have interesting conversation, there's a really good chance they're going to go back to your profile to be like, who is this guy? Why is he commenting on my stuff? Why is he getting involved in the conversation? And then they're going to be like, if your profile is set up, which I've done plenty of videos on how to optimize your profile, so I'm not going to talk about that here. If your profile is set up to let people know, like, I do music, this is what I do, this is who I am, they now may become a potential fan when they find your account. They may be like, I like the fact that this guy likes anime. This guy seems like he's really cool. His feed's really well put together. Like, I want to give this guy a follow. And then next time you drop a song, that person may potentially check it out. All because of the fact that you were a part of the conversation. You became the life of the party and you jumped in other people's conversations without just thinking about yourself and without just going like, oh, how can I get people to check out my music? How can I use this as a marketing technique? Be a person first. Build relationships. That's the way that you build a massive fan base. Because you need to treat people like people. Don't treat people like another stream number or another, merchandise sale or whatever it is. Like, look at these people as humans. That's what they are. Next, you can't ignore the fans that you already have. Now, this is one that I actually kind of did wrong in the beginning myself, is as I was trying to get new fans, I was like, oh, these people that already fuck with my stuff, they already comment on my stuff, I don't need to really like pay them any mind because they're already here. Well, if you don't show them attention and you ignore them, they're not going to be here forever. Nobody is just going to keep starting a conversation with themselves that doesn't get responded to. They're not going to be in a conversation where they feel like their opinion's not valued. They're not going to stick around very long if you just keep ignoring them just because you're like, gotta focus on the new fans, gotta focus on getting new people. Yes, you want to go and get new people and focus on getting new fans, but you also want to keep these relationships with the people that you've already built. Reach out to these people every once in a while. Just hit them up, be like, hey man, how you been? I love seeing you comment on my stuff. I love seeing you a part of the channel and a part of the community. Thank you so much for just hanging out and being a part of the fam. That little message from you will mean so much more to a person than you could ever think. The fact that you took time out of your day to think about them, to care about them, and to show that they're not just another Instagram comment or another stream number. They're actually a person to you. They're going to really appreciate that. They're going to stick around with you much more. They're going to fuck with you more heavy because they realize they're a part of your music family, your music fan base. They're not just a comment or a like or a number. Number 4 is you can't be afraid to show love to other rappers or to other people. So a lot of times when rappers are on the come up, they're like, man, if I share other rappers' music, people are going to be like, oh, I thought you did your own music, bro. Why are you sharing other people's music? I can't think of a time where that's ever been the case where people are like, oh, bro, why are you showing love to someone else? Yo, bro, why are you being a nice person? Like, that to me is like so foreign of a concept. No one's going to jump down your throat for showing love to other people. Especially if it's people that you fuck with really heavy or people that you support their vision too. If you're a rapper, chances are you have other friends that are rappers or other friends that make music or do art or do something in that same entertainment field. Well, there's nothing wrong with sharing other people's content that you like or that you want to promote. That's absolutely okay. I do it all the time with my friends' graphics. I do it all the time with artists' music that I like. I do it all the time with just other people. Don't be afraid to show love, because when you show love, other people are going to see that you're not afraid to show love and they're going to reciprocate it. Now, that's not the main reason you want to show love. It's just like, oh, okay, if I do this, he's going to show me love back and it's my secret scheme and mwahaha. No, like, that's not why you want to show love. Show love just off the strength and the genuine want to show love. And that's what's going to show other people like, no, he actually cares about people. He fucks with us. I'm going to show him love back. And that's when you build that reciprocity and that back and forth with other creatives. You can't be afraid to show love. And point number 5 is you need to be someone that people want to connect with. This kind of ties into the thing I was saying in the last point, is when you're on the come up, you can't be superstar, big shot, big head, where it's just like, oh man, like I can't let people talk to me, like, oh, everybody's trying to, come up on me and be like paparazzi and take my photo and I'm a celebrity and can't talk to people. No. Don't be that guy. Don't be unapproachable. You want to be the person that is like, even though you're a celebrity, you're still okay with taking photos with a kid and talking to a kid and saying like, hey man, it's cool for you to achieve your dream. Like, think about these stories about celebrities where it's like you hear about like a famous basketball player that still took the time to go and like talk to these kids after a game. Or a singer that just goes out of their way to go and visit a fan in the hospital because they know that they're their absolute favorite musician. And like, I'm not saying the people that do this for the one and the publicity and the press, but the people that do it because they want to be someone that these fans connect with. They realize I'm in a position to influence and inspire and be basically an idol to some people. Like when you're a rapper or a celebrity or someone who's held at a high esteem, you can become someone's idol. And if you're someone that people see as like someone who they don't want to connect with people, that's going to hurt you. That's going to hurt the fan base that you're trying to build. You want to be someone that people want to connect with. And now I'm not saying you have to like shift your personality or be someone who you're not actually, because that's not the point of this. But every single person can still be approachable. Every single person can still be nice. Every single person can still be considerate and can still be someone that responds to other people and doesn't look at people like, oh, I'm better than you, turn their nose down on them, stuff like that. You don't want to have that type of energy or that type of attitude. The only thing that's going to do is it's going to hurt you and hurt your ability to grow your fan base is by being someone who's so much of a superstar that they're disconnected. Let me know in the comments, guys. What are some ways that you use right now to build a fan base? Is it any of the points that I covered right now, or is it something completely different? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments. I'm very curious to see how you're working on building your fan base. If you want to find out how to build a fan base faster, a bigger fan base, and have these people wildly obsessed with you, check out my marketing course, which breaks all topics down like this, as well as a bunch of other topics down in really great detail, takes you by the hand and shows you literally how you can build a fan base, make music your full-time job, network, all this different type of stuff. I hit the link down below. It's musicalmarketing.com. It says take your music to the next level. Make sure you check it out. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, all that good YouTube stuff. It really helps us with the algorithm, and we're trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of the year. Please help us reach that goal. Catch you guys on Friday. Peace.